This is a new one. They're doing a coin flip to see who starts where. I have a feeling that there's a little side deal going on here.
It's entirely possible, right?
Welcome back, everybody. Manchester, New Hampshire, Yankee Lanes in Manchester. Brian Gaskell with you here, and special guest joining me in the booth, the most recent addition to the NEBA Hall of Fame, Chris Monroy.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Thanks for helping me out. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right, folks, so this is the title match where we are in the home stretch. It is Chris Forry versus Bill Webb. Two close friends bowling for a title. And like I said, I have a feeling that might be the only thing they're bowling for right now, but that's not up for me to say. There might be a little dealing going on here.
This is going to be a very tight match, I can tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah.
He has been throwing those GB4 hybrids all finals, and he has just had an amazing look. And it still strikes.
And it still strikes. So let's, before they get too far into this, because I haven't been talking about the scores much today. It's kind of hard to do this by yourself, so I'm glad you jumped in with me, because it gives me time to look up stuff on my phone.
My pleasure. Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
That was a little left of target. That's what my 4 eyes tell me.
So we did have, in conjunction at the same time, a women's tournament and the senior tournament. The women had 9 entries, unfortunately, but still a win for Amanda Broge.
Congratulations
away.
to her.
Obviously, title number 5 for her. We had 47 entries in the senior tournament. The top 12 did advance to the finals, and that was Chris Forry. Just snuck in at plus 133 by 2 pins.
And he's making the best of it.
And making the account. Mr. Monroy was the tournament leader, standing next to me. Plus 223. You had a 280 and a 279. Holy smokes.
I had a 188 in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 and 6 was kind of blew up in the middle there.
So let's talk about the pattern a little bit. Let me pull up the specs. And again, like I said, I haven't been doing this much today because it's kind of hard to be playing on your phone, looking stuff up, and trying to call the matches by yourself at the same time. But this pattern we bowled on today was 48 feet, 26 mils.
I believe
5.2 to 1. And like we said, we don't re-oil for one squad finals. And you're just going to see guys just keep chasing left, and whoever can get their ball to stand up in the right place is going to win. And that's pretty much the only way you can play this, because the track hooks so much you can't play right, and basically, at some point everybody has to get their ball to the same break point down lane. It's just a matter of how you get it there.
And the other thing that's interesting is it's a longer pattern, but only 26 mils. So you might think you might be able to throw some stronger stuff with a little bit of surface to start and play that runway in the middle.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, because you got a real hooking surface.
Because the ball comes off the synthetic onto the guard, and it wants to read right then at that 30-foot mark.
Exactly.
I was trying to explain that earlier. It's like, I played too far right. I fell for the trap myself. I shot 190 the first game. I was crossing with Steve Dale, and I bowl with Steve Dale all the time. But the thing is, he can get it through that spot so much better than I can because of his ball speed.
Correct.
And my brain wouldn't let me play left of him. So in my mind, I got to play where he's playing or right away he's playing. And I saw him playing 17, 18, and he was striking, and I was trying to play 15. And my ball just wasn't having it, and I shot $190 the first game. And then I smartened up, and I just jumped 15 left and shot 120 over for the last 4 and got to 113, but it wasn't good enough. But, my brain just couldn't process that I needed to be 5 boards left of Steve Dale because he got so much more hand than I do. But my ball, because I'm more at the back of it than him, just wanted to read that mid-lane spot where it comes off onto the wood, and I couldn't get around it.
Like I say, he has just had an amazing. Yeah. I mean, he started out with 299 in the first game of finals, and then against me, he had the front 8 until he opened in the ninth, chopped 610. But I mean, he has just had an amazing look with that.
Yeah,
with those
and
GV4
I'm trying to go
hybrids.
back to look at his score now. I don't think he got off to the greatest start this morning. I think he
shot 173 the first game.
Okay, so I'm not crazy. Okay, 174, 234, 225, 275, 225. Yeah, so he got off to a worse start than I did, and he still managed to make it in. So, all right, he's got the front three. Here is Webb.
That's
with
left.
Yep. And
Ooh,
the old 4-9 trip.
Wow. I've used this joke a lot, but there was more holding in that shot than in the Las Vegas Raiders football game.
Ooh.
But you know, if you're lined up correctly on this pattern with that type of length, and if you've got the right, if you've got the right rotation on the ball, you can actually do that and do it effectively.
If you don't get around it, if you're end over end roll,
Correct.
you can get it in, and the ball will just continue to back off.
100% correct.
Now, if he threw that and he got around it, then it wouldn't have it.
Absolutely.
The wood in the back would make the ball go high.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good shot. Oof. The only thing that I can say about that looks like he's throwing a little duller piece of equipment. I'm guessing that's a rotogrip ball. The thing is, if you don't get it the right way there, or if you're a little end over end, you can plaque dimes also pretty efficiently too.
Oh, yeah.
And I think right now that's where I'd give Chris Forry just a slight advantage, because I think his ball, the way his ball is going through the pins and coming off the spot is just a little bit better right now. But like I said, but at the end of the day, there are going to be no losers in this match. Someone's going to have to earn this. There's just no one's going to lose this match. Someone's just going to have to win it, if that makes sense.
Well, like I said, I brought this up last match. I know you weren't listening, but there was no freebies once we got into the finals. I mean, it was all quality players. I mean, even, people don't know Greg. Greg's tough.
Yes, he is.
Greg won, he didn't bowl a lot. He's got a family, and he bowls when he can. He happens to bowl here, so he wanted to bowl. But if Greg bowled a lot, Greg would have won more than once.
I actually remember the first year the first time I ever made finals on a national tour event was the 2004 Masters, and he bowled that, and he made the finals too.
Yeah,
he's a quality player.
I'm not shocked.
No, I'm not. No, not surprised at all. Ooh, that was a little wide of target.
That was surprising. I was actually thinking that ball might overhook because he got it right early.
If you get it to the track that way, that actually can happen, believe it or not, on this pattern.
Yeah.
I think you got to pass that hook spot a little bit, down lane. That's the reason why the ball just never saw it.
I think he's so far left now that he got he's almost so far left he can't get it right early.
Correct.
What I'm trying to say.
Correct.
See that I'm learning? Old dogs learn some new tricks.
With all due respect, you've got a lot of strikes left in your tank, despite what you say, Brian.
Trying, bro.
You've got a lot of strikes left in your tank.
I'm trying.
I mean, like I say, I know it can be frustrating sometimes. You know what I went through last year, around this time. But you know what? You still got plenty of ability. You got plenty of strikes left in you, kid.
Okay, Forry has an 8-pin lead through 4 frames. That's pretty good.
Yep, that'll stand up. Ooh, that's the flip side of the coin with throwing a ball with a little less surface. That if you get it on that oil line and it just pushes that little, you can plaque a dime that way too. You can do. Those are the two ways really that carry can suffer on this pattern, because it's not that hard to get to the pocket. It's just getting the ball to go through the pins the right way. And if you have too little surface or too much, and I know it sounds sort of academic, but that can happen.
See, they're halfway through the game. I'm gonna read the sponsors real quick again. Thank you to Jeff Barden of Yankee Lanes in Manchester for providing us not only a venue to play, but also $5,000 in added money this weekend alone. $1,500 for the seniors and the women each today, and then $2,000 to the singles tournament tomorrow. Again, which will be bowled on a 37-foot pattern. That's about 5-1. Plenty of openings tonight. And 12:30 tomorrow. The 9 o'clock squad is currently full. That could change because I heard that Ian and Ditto are going to forego the Forry point thing, and they're going to bowl tonight. So they're giving up their spots.
That's right, because that would be the first round of the Paul Forry event tomorrow qualifying.
Right. But if they bowl tonight, then they're not going to have a spot to bowl at 9 o'clock because the re-entry, for any first-time entry would get preference over them re-entering. So I heard that they're both going to bowl. Doesn't make any sense to me, but that's up to them. So thank you to Jeff Barden. Here's Webb.
That's a good shot.
Sounded like 10. He was in my way, but it sounded pretty good. Okay, the rest of the sponsors. Again, none of this would be possible without the sponsors. Prize funds, money for this live stream, the whole works. Tony and Suzanne Renard, Ace Mitchell Bowling Supply, Vinnie Grazan, Better Bowling Concepts, Bill Daly, Storm Products, Leanne Hausenberg, Buddy's Pro Shop, Chris Forry, standing in front of you right now. Cambridge Credit Counseling, Chris Viali, Logo Infusion, Kenny Keegan, Strike FX Pro Shops, Alex Aguiar and John Van Hees. And I'm going to pause because I'm right behind Chris.
Yep, good shot.
Turbo Grips, Chris Sand, TechVision, Bruce Hall. That's us. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Rich Reynolds. Also, Jeff Barden again for his Keen event. That adds he adds $2,000 to that Keen event. So thank you to Jeff again. Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Rich Reynolds, Savage Arms, Al Casper. No, I did those already, didn't I? No, I'm in the right place.
Nope.
Sorry. Callahan's Bowlerama, Lisa Callahan. Thank you to them for an excellent event last month for our 1,000 tournament. They donated $5,500 to that prize fund, and that tournament went off. I mean, I know it was a long day, but we knew it was going to be a long day. I don't think that it could have gone any better than it went.
It was fantastic. If it gets there. It gets there.
Nope. DJ's Pro Shop from your neck of the woods, John Zawalik. Many Styles of Bowling, LaRue Marlowe. Bloomfield Electric, Roger Burrell. GMS Concrete, Clay Schwartz. Dexter Bowling Shoes, Paul Sylvia. Chaos Strike Force, Tony Mendiola. Grog Monster Sports, Greg Flaman. And Jeff Dawson from East Coast Sports Investors. Get your football picks from them. Ideal Bowling Concepts, Keith Lang. The DJBT Tour, Jeff Purchase. UseBowlingballs.com. Mitchell Pincus. And our latest addition, Big Wheel for the Spare. Got it? Island Bowling Supply, Peter Hakem and our old friend Joe Farley.
Joe Farley, yes, sir.
They give 2 balls tomorrow if you share in the feed of the title match like we are in right now. Now, again, today doesn't count. It's got to be a Sunday tournament only. Viewership numbers are higher on Sunday. Come back tomorrow sometime between 6 and 8, God willing. Hopefully no later than that. And if you share in the feed of the title match from tomorrow, you will be entered in a drawing for one of those 2 balls. Oh, no.
See, if you look, it's sort of like he dropped that a little bit. It didn't catch it the right way, and that was so end over end that the ball just deflected when it hit the pins.
He goes, at least you could tell I knew, he said.
And we got people taking pictures of this. Well, at least you got the 7-pin out.
Wow.
You could have made the 5710 Elite Facebook page. Yeah, but all joking aside, that was just like so end over end, and it looks like he didn't catch it at the bottom.
Yep.
And
No,
the ball just hit the 1-3, and it just went
as we
sideways
said,
to the right.
and as we've said, you said it, and I said it in previous rounds that again you weren't even listening. It's very easy to get to the pocket.
Right.
Getting 10 is another story because if your ball doesn't face up in the right place, playing
Correct.
that fallback, that's what you can get.
No, and if you, like I say, you try and get to the track a little early, it can go early on you. I mean, so it's really, it's clear they're in the right part of the lane. It's just getting the ball to shape in that right part of the lane to get to go through the pins the right way, whether you do it with, earlier and a little bit smoother, whether you go with a little less surface and try and shape it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's a better shot. He caught that one.
And again, you got to negotiate two things. You got to negotiate the ball coming off the synthetic onto the back end, the Guardian back ends.
Correct.
And then you got to get your ball to stand up in the carry down, which we started at 48 feet, and now there's probably oil, who knows how far down the lane, with 9, 10, well, maybe not this pair because this pair hasn't been used in the finals, but like a lot of these pairs have 9 games on them now.
And not to mention the fact that the fronts have dried out too.
Yeah. Again, you take 26 mils of oil and then stretch it to 48 feet. There's not a lot of volume per foot.
Absolutely.
All right, here is Forry.
Oh, that's white. That's right. Wow.
Forry has a 13-pin lead.
Wow. I wasn't sure that. I mean, that looked like that was in that 245 zone, and it came back around. So, I mean, let me put it this way: I know how badly he wants this because I mean, this will be getting him real close to Hall of Fame.
Something. I just grabbed my phone without you knowing it, and that's exactly what I was about to look up.
He's 4 points away. We were talking about that.
Okay, so this isn't enough because this is only a
2-point.
2-pointer.
But if he gets 2, and then if he were to get to Senior Player of the Year,
okay,
that would get him in.
Got it.
So
I knew he was getting close. I wasn't sure if this was enough or not, but I was trying to look it up without saying it.
And this I know would mean a lot to him. We were talking about that a little bit earlier.
Well, I'm glad you did because I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to say it. Like with yours, I was sure.
That's a good shot. Oh, man.
Yeah, when you won, I brought it up in about the 5th frame of the match, and I'm like, this one, I know he's close, but I just.
Well, like I said, that was a very special day. Make no mistake about it. But you know what? We keep going though. That was July. We're here in September. We got to keep bowling the best that we can.
It's not an easy tournament to win,
Absolutely.
It's just not. I said it earlier.
Whoa.
Oh my God. So now that just made this a 1-pin match, I believe.
Correct. Webb, if he goes sheet, is 233. Forry is 214 if he goes sheet.
Wow.
But Webb has ball in hand right now if he can throw a double.
Mm-hmm. So, I said it last match when Forry had the front 8 and he still had to show up in the 9th and 10th. This is not an easy tournament to win. Unless your name is Alex or Litch or Webb, it's just not.
There's no NEBA that's easy to win.
Never.
The talent at NEBA right now is.
There's too many high talent players.
Good shot. Wow.
And the gauntlet that you have to go through in match play in 1-game matches where any one bad break can derail anybody. It's not. The format is what it is because it's what we have to work with now. But in my mind, it was easier to win when it was the 2-game matches because you could overcome one bad break. If you had the best ball reaction in the building, you could overcome one bad break. And I've been fortunate. I've been around for a long time. I'm a dinosaur, and I've got wins under both formats. And the 2-game format, if you were the best bowler in the building on that day, the 2-game formats were so much easier because you could, like I said, if we had those 2-game formats, I'd hate to think of how many titles Alex would have. I would hate to think of how many Alex would have if it was that format still because there's been plenty of tournaments I'm sure he lost
Right.
because he rang 10
Right.
or pocket 7. But if you gave him another game to run somebody down,
Correct.
he would have done it.
No, that's a very fair point.
And
I think the other thing that needs to be considered is, just especially in the regular NEBAs. I mean, not that senior NEBAs are any. I mean, look at the people who are bowling right
there's
now.
no freebies in the seniors anymore either.
Exactly.
That's what people kept telling me, when I was
This
really
was a
down.
very loaded field
when
today.
I was really down and out, 4 years ago, they're like, oh, you got to hang on until you're 50. And I'm like, what good is it going to do me? Like, I still can't beat the guys that are going to turn 50 right around when I turn 50.
Good shot.
Pretty good.
All right.
I mean, look at the guys, in the last 3 years. First of all, it was Lich and Bogosian, and now the new wave, Forry, Webb, Dale, yourself, Viali, Soul. I mean, I haven't been able to beat these guys for 30 years. What makes anybody think I'm going to start now? But you know what? Like you said, we're still here and we're still trying.
And then, and the other thing is, just for the regular NEBAs, when you see the kids and the youth coming out that are so tournament toughened already, just right from the get-go, it's amazing to see.
All right, so Webb needs a strike here to force Forry to double, right?
Mm-hmm. Good shot.
That's pretty good.
All right, so basically.
All right, so Forry's going to need a double to win as long as. What is the count here?
Basically, if Webb goes strike here, Forry needs 3 to win. Double 9 will tie.
Got it. Forry has a 1-pin lead through 9 completed frames.
Correct.
So Forry's going to have to match whatever Webb did in the 10th frame. Got it.
Like we said, this was going to be a tough fought match. Someone's going to have to earn this. This is not surprising. That pin could be huge.
Double 9 to win for Forry.
At the end of the day, this is ultimately what all bowlers live for. I know when I had to, strike and keen to win. I mean, this is what you practice for. This is what you want more than anything, as any competitive bowler. And let me put it this way: I would be shocked if he does not make 3 quality shots right here. I fully expect him to make 3 quality shots.
Double 9 to win.
Good shot.
Got one.
Like I say, I fully expect 3 great shots right here, and that's the first one.
Must strike to stay alive.
It's a little left. Hook.
Oh! All right, folks.
This is it.
8 to tie, 9 to win.
So this is what every bowler dreams of. And like I say, I think it'd be a very fair statement. He wants this and wants this bad right now.
No doubt.
For the win.
Oh,
no. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
Ouch.
Webb wins on the bench.
You
He,
hate
he knew you. He didn't like it when it was halfway down the lane. You heard him.
you hate to see something like that happen.
I mean,
when you get that
everybody
close.
hates. Even Webb hated to see it. I'm sure. Like,
But,
well,
but
Bill Webb wins title number 20. Nothing to take away from it.
And again, thank you for having me on the live stream.
Anytime, buddy.
You got it.
Anytime. I would always appreciate having anybody next to me because doing this alone sucks. Because, like I said, I can't look up stats on my phone. Like I have to keep paying attention to what's going on. So, I did the best I could do. Bruce is at home with his wife. He did bowl today, but he said he wanted to get out of here as soon as he could. And I'm pretty sure tomorrow's gonna be the same deal. So tomorrow you'll probably either get me or Mr. Forry on the mic tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We had over 100 people for a Saturday. That's
fantastic.
Awesome. Appreciate you helping me out. Let's see if we can turn the camera here and get Mr. Webb with a trophy. Thank you again to Jeff Barden for hosting and adding money to both prize funds. Congratulations to Amanda and Bill Webb. Amanda wins title number 5, I believe, and
Yes.
Bill Webb number 20.
Wow, that's impressive.
And we will sign off, and Bill Webb will be joining me for a quick interview.
And again, thank you for having me.
Thanks,
again.
buddy. Anytime.
You got it.
I know you'd always rather be bowling, but anytime you're hanging around and I'm by myself, you are more than welcome.
It would be my privilege, seriously.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.